Hello and welcome. This will be a reading for Leo for November 2023. Welcome to the table, Leo. I have pre-shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. I'll be doing a 10-card reading with 5 cards along the top row and 5 cards along the bottom row. I'll talk about those cards and then overlay them with a second deck of cards, and once again I'll talk about those cards. I have an oracle deck on the table and I will draw an oracle card for you at the end of the reading. The flowers are from my garden and the crystals have been in their salt bath. I do hope you enjoy them. Just one more shuffle and we'll start your reading. Okay. First card out is the Two of Wands, 9 of Swords, the Knight of Coins or Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the 10 of Swords in reverse. On the bottom row we have got the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Moon in the upright position, 7 of Wands in the reverse position, Judgment in the reverse position, and the 4 of Swords in the upright position. I'll just show you what's on the bottom of the deck. We'll have a look. Okay, we've got the 3 of Wands. That's wonderful. That's a card of expansion. So that's a beautiful energy for you, Leo. When we're ready to expand, it's a wonderful thing to be moving forward. It's always that not the feeling of just being held back or stuck or looking backwards all the time. So that's a wonderful positive energy already. Now we've got the 2 of Wands to start your reading with. So here again, you've got a choice of 2 pathways. Again, this is this card of expansion. It's meaning that you're taking the first step on a journey and that you're ready to go. You're not quite sure yet, perhaps, which direction to go in, but you're definitely ready to go. So that's a very positive energy already to start your reading. So that's following up very much on this 3 of Wands energy. So ready to expand and looking outwards. And you may not have quite decided in which way you're ready to move forward. You may decide to change your jobs, relocate. You may decide to travel. You may even decide to change your connections and your relationships. But this is that decision point of wondering what's the best way forward for you. So that's quite a positive energy as well. So that's, it's the portal is already opened and you've moved through. It's just now deciding which direction to go in. Here we've got the 9 of Swords. This is a little bit of worry and anxiety, a little bit of angst, wondering perhaps what it is the consequences will be of your decision. And you could even have some guilt associated, like if you're making a decision that you move away, for example, there might be people that you leave behind. You may have some guilt associated with that, leaving the people behind, but you need to do what's right for you, Leo. So try and put those feelings of anxiety and fear behind you, because you can't take the journey that you need to take if you're trapped with guilt or fear or worries. Now we've got the Knight of Coins in the reverse aspect. So this is always quite a slow energy anyway, and it's in the reverse aspect. So this feeling of having been patient for a long time, that you've been stable and stuck perhaps you've been leading a very traditional and stable way of life, and perhaps you're feeling that that is not what you long for anymore. You may be wanting something a little bit more exciting, and you may just want to spread your wings and have a look at the greater aspects of the world. So that's what I'm getting from this card, is that perhaps you've been stuck for some time and that you may have been doing something more traditional. And I think here with this 3 of Wands, you are looking for something that's a little bit more exciting. So that's quite okay too. We all have different times where we step into different roles. Now we've got the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, this is looking forwards to a new connection, a new love coming in. This can be quite a romantic sort of an energy. So somebody who maybe is romantic, sensual, sensitive, somebody who's quite a soft And as I say, somebody who's very much in touch with their feelings. So that's there in the reverse aspect as well. So you may be trying to shut off your feelings, or maybe you have been disconnected from your sensitivity. Both of these cards being in the reverse may mean that you are wishing to expand into an area where you are more in touch with your inner aspects. So this could be that you're actually aware of your need to connect on a romantic and sensitive level, but perhaps you haven't taken that step forward. So this is that awareness, and I do feel that perhaps you're becoming aware of that need to step forward into a different type of lifestyle, that you're more expressive, more emotional, more open, more generous, and more loving. Now we've got the Ten of Swords. This is in the reverse aspect as well. So this is quite a painful card normally. So associated with even betrayal and loss, quite a lot of hurt attached to that card. You may feel abandoned. So this card is in the reverse aspect. So I feel you're putting that behind. If you feel you've been betrayed or stabbed in the back or hurt badly, then I think you're going to put these feelings behind. And I think that might be connected here with this Knight of Cups. When you have that pain of being hurt, then you're inclined to pull back so that you don't get further hurts. You're inclined to pull back your emotions somewhat. So that could be associated here. This Knight of Cups and the Ten of Swords may be very much connected. But again, I do feel that you're perhaps ready to expand and look beyond yourself. So that's quite a good thing that you are actually coming out of that sense of pain here. Now we have the King of Coins here. King of Coins also in reverse. So you've got the Knight of Coins in reverse and the King of Coins in reverse. So this is something that's to do with your manifestation in the real world. So it's in the 3D. So this can be quite a mature person, if it's a person in your life, and this one may be a person as well. This is somebody who is perhaps a little less mature than, say, the King of Pentacles, but the King of Pentacles is quite mature, very much able to control their finances and very much able to also create in the world what it is they want to create. They're successful. They are, say, a successful businessman or a banker or somebody who is able to build a home or build a business. So these people are quite strong. This is kind of a boss energy, and this is in the reverse aspect. So perhaps you've already been in this position where you've been in control of your finances and very much in control of the way you move forward in the world. Maybe you've been a leader of a business or something like that, and perhaps you are feeling that you are wanting to break loose a little bit. This is kind of let your hair down, stand in the wind, and allow the cosmos to take you somewhere new without actually following this strict. Because the businessman here, for example, or the King of Pentacles, is somebody who follows the protocols, who knows how to drive a business forward, but there are set ways of doing things. So I have a feeling that you are wanting to let go of this set way of doing things, and that's part of this wanting to break free, wanting to expand. And as you can see, the airships in this card are portrayed as quite fanciful airships and not necessarily even traditional flying. So it could be that you really want to break free from tradition and the established way of doing things. Here we've got the Moon. It's in the upright position. It's under the Nine of Swords. So this is the Nine of Swords is talking about your fears and your worries and your anxiety. And the Moon is a little bit also worried about your fears and your phobias and the things that worry you. So that you've got a little bit of an aspect here at the beginning of November where you are maybe held back a little bit. You're under this kind of a cloud of do I dare to step out into the light? Do I dare to be bold? And that's the other thing, Leo, you are a bold person, so you do have that trait within you to step out from the shadows and to go forward and to do something quite different. So this card is talking, both of the Nine of Swords and the Moon are both talking about your fears and your anxieties that may be holding you back. Pardon me. Now we've got the Seven of Wands. Okay, Seven of Wands is always a bit of a challenge. It's under the Knight of Coins again. So, you know, this is somebody who's a bit reliable and steady. And here we've got this Seven of Wands. This is you being, I think, a little bit defiant and sort of saying, just because I've been like that, it doesn't mean I'm going to stay like that. Now, there's that energy, that challenge, and that could be coming from within yourself. And that could also be coming from, you know, that learning that you've had from your childhood days, that where your expectations are that you may follow a traditional path, and you're saying to yourself, look, they're not necessarily the rules that I want to live my life by. If I dare to challenge myself to do something extremely different and quite radical and quite bold, then I am going to do that. So there's this, you're gathering your courage. I think this is this November, I think you're gathering your courage, because I think your heart really wants you to expand and to move forward and go into an area that's quite different from you. And I think you're very much keen to explore the world around you. And I think you may also be quite curious to explore the world in a different way than perhaps the way most travelers would explore the world. I think you're going to be quite radical in the sense that you will do something in quite a different way. You will be bold, you'll be adventurous. I think you're just gathering up that courage at the moment to take that first step, because the Two of Wands, you haven't really quite taken that step yet. And I do feel that you're going to say, I'm going to do this my way, and I'm going to do things. You want to look beneath the surface of things. I think you're not going to be a superficial traveller who just goes and takes photographs of the iconic buildings and tourist traps. I think you're going to dig quite deep. If you travel, you will be digging beneath the surface. So I think there's this determination here to move forward and to push forward, but I don't think you've quite mustered up the energy yet to sort of, you need to gather all that strength within yourself. Sometimes first comes the realization, and then you need to kind of pull all the little strings together to work out what it is you've got to do before you take a new journey or take a new step. You need to tie off all the old things behind you. You may need to let go of a lease, you may need to resign from a job, you need to tell your family, you may need to tell all your friends, you may need to plan all your tickets and your itinerary, and maybe you don't even want an itinerary. Perhaps, Leo, you're the kind of person who just buys the ticket and off you go, and you worry about what happens at the other end. But there's all these little things that you need to prepare before you go. So I think you're in that preparation stage, and I think you're not going to listen to any challenges. I think if anybody challenges your ideas, I think you're just going to say, well, this is my life, I'm going to do it my way. I don't think you're even going to bother to defend yourself very much against any criticism. I think you'll just, once you've made up your mind what it is your heart is wanting, I think that level of, being lion-hearted will just carry you forward without any resistance. I think people will even stop challenging you very quickly once they see you're quite determined to do what it is you want to do. Now here you've got the Judgment card. It's in the reverse aspect as well. So I am feeling that the Judgment card is a card of inner calling, an awakening and a rebirth. And I think you're looking for a whole new way of being. I think you're looking for something that stirs your very soul. I don't think you want anything anywhere like this Knight of Coins or this King of Coins. I don't think you want this business world at the moment. I think you want a mystical experience. I think you would like to get right down into the character of the people of the country that you may be traveling to, looking deep into the cultural aspects and just looking what makes those people tick, and trying to get an understanding of what it is that drives those people that is so different perhaps to the people in our Western world. So here's this call of this judgment call, and this is, as I said, this is a kind of awakening. I think a lot of people are going through an awakening period at the moment. I think a lot of people are called to let go of their opinions, their long-held views. Nobody's believing propaganda, nobody's listening to parental advice. I think people are trying to choose a path that is right for them. So I think that's part of this judgment call, where I think you're choosing a path that's exactly right for you, and it may not at all be anything like the kind of path that people have envisaged for you. Now we've got the Four of Swords. This is a card of recuperation, a bit of time out. So if you're getting tired, now it's underneath this Ten of Swords, so there's a sense of betrayal and hurt here. So this Four of Swords is taking a little bit of a rest if you've had a period of a time out. And for some reason I'm getting the number 50 here. So whether it's around your 50th birthday or a 50th anniversary or something to do with 50, I'm getting a strong sense of 50 here. I'm not quite sure what that's relating to. I'm just getting the word 50. But part of that is that difficult transformation. The number 5, for example, is, you know, that toing and froing, not being certain about where it is you really want to go. And the 0 is the full potential. So here you know, if you need time to recover a little bit before you take the next step, you can formulate your plans while you're in the recovery stage. So by all means, if you are tired and exhausted, perhaps you're just exhausted from following a very traditional path and this whole adventure that you're planning in your mind. And I don't even know if you are fully aware of this adventure that you're planning. It may be just little seeds in the back of your mind, but it is telling me that perhaps you're exhausted from just following a traditional path. That's what I'm getting from these cards. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll overlay these now with a second deck of cards. I might actually I'll try and use these little cards. These ones are not always cooperative. They've been well shuffled. So far so good. If they start to stick and they don't look like they want to play with me, I'll put them away, because they can be a little bit difficult for some reason, these little deck. So, okay, first card out, Nine of Wands. Well, Nine of Wands is also a little bit of exhaustion, having worked hard for a long time and feeling like you're almost at the end of a project, but you almost are getting to the point where you are feeling like you can't bring this project to an end. It's like it's been hard work and you feel quite exhausted, and that's part of this Four of Wands energy coming through, Four of Swords energy coming through here as well. So a sense of being exhausted, very weary of having done the same things all the time. I'll give it a little bit more shuffle and we'll start. Okay, we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Swords in the upright position, King of Cups in the upright position, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position, the World in the upright position, Two of Swords in the reverse position, the Empress in the reverse position, Queen of Cups in the upright position, Two of Wands in the upright position, and the Three of Swords in the upright position. Okay, well, let's have a look what we've got here. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. So an opportunity. This would normally be an opportunity coming in your direction. But I feel in this case, even though a new opportunity may present itself, and I'm actually even getting here an opportunity with the Two of Wands here. So if an opportunity presents itself, and that may be an opportunity on the material plane, perhaps you're deciding to not take that opportunity. So that's quite a difficult thing to say here, but perhaps somebody says to you, and you may be planning, as I say, to undertake a trip or a journey, and you know, you could be working for someone who says, I'll offer you a huge amount of money or a bonus if you stay. But you, I think, decide to turn that down. Now the Seven of Swords, this is often the card of trickery and betrayal, and somebody stealing something from you. But I feel that in this case, I feel like you're taking your intelligence with you, leaving the castle, and taking all your wisdom and your knowledge with you on this new journey. That's very much the energy I'm getting here. That you are just taking whatever it is that you know, and your wisdom and your inner knowledge and your inner knowing, you're taking that with you and you're carrying that forward. Yeah, you're happy to leave the establishment. So this is the, you know, the castle in the background represents the establishment and the established way of doing things. I think you want to walk away from that establishment. Now here is the King of Cups. Again, this is an outward looking card. As you can see, he's looking beyond his horizon, looking at the ships out in the ocean and saying, what is out there for me? And very much a card of looking out beyond your horizon, asking what it is, what can transform you. As you can see, he's got a mermaid's tail. So what cup of love can transform me and change me into a different person? You want your heart filled, you want a new relationship, you want new experiences, but you want them coming from beyond where you're standing now. So I think, again, this is this very much this looking outward and wondering what it is, what love and what experiences, what joys will come your way if you dare to actually get off the throne and swim the seas and move to somewhere different. Perhaps that's the energy I'm getting from this card. Now we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Now the Wheel of Fortune is always about things moving positively for you, moving in a different direction. But I feel in this case, you're not going to wait for the Wheel of Fortune to come your way. I think you're just going to take that bold step. You want to push that wheel forward. I think you're tired of waiting. You're tired of waiting for the circumstances to propel you into this new way of life. And I think you're going to push this wheel forward, even if it's not quite time yet. So this could indicate that it's not quite time yet, but I think it soon will be, because the very next card is the World. So that is telling me that I think you are fully aware, even if the cosmos hasn't really opened the doors for you yet, you're fully aware that you're coming to the end of a cycle, that you've explored everything within that current cycle of yours as fully as you can, and you're very ready to embrace and look to the four corners of the world and see what else is out there. I think you're very keen to beat your own drum. I think to march to the sounds of your own drum. I think you really want to move forward into a new world. And I think you are, you know, you've got this Judgment card and the World here. So it's telling me that there's a sort of it's almost like your soul or your spirit is calling you to move forward. Now we've got the Two of Swords. So this is on top of the King of Coins. So, and underneath the Two of Wands. So this is a decision. Looks like it's under the moon here. And I think the moon I think you're still thinking about something. You're still making a decision, and that's kind of what I got from the Two of Wands. Ready to expand, but still making a bit of a decision. And you're still thinking about your the emotional aspects of what your decision will bring you. I think that's the other thing, is you're trying to weigh up what emotions will you find. Now here on top of the moon is the Empress. So the Empress is fully abundant, highly creative, highly fertile. As you can see, she's holding the pomegranate there and looking at the seeds. Now this is in the reverse aspect, which is kind of unusual energy here, but if you can see, the two energies are almost mirrored here. You've got both of them are holding, one's holding the moon and one's holding the pomegranate, but the energies are very similar. So I am feeling that you're looking at the aspects, you're looking at the potential, you're looking at how you can expand and develop from where you are. And I think you're looking inward, but I actually think you may even be doing this in your dream state. You know, you may not even be conscious of this yet. I think perhaps even in your dreams at night, this is the kind of awareness you have, the seeds of potential. Your heart is longing and yearning, and I do feel that this is a great yearning from inside you that is driving you. And here we've got the Queen of Cups. Again, it's a little bit similar energy again. Looking at your heart, looking at what it is that's driving you, looking at your potential. Again, you've got this mermaid, sort of, you've got the King of Cups, and perhaps you're looking for a beautiful soul connection. Someone who matches you completely. Now, it could be that you have a partner and you are both feeling like you need this, both of you have this yearning. But the Queen of Cups is not so much outward looking as the King of Cups. The Queen of Cups is more, the King of Cups is very open to anything that the world brings him. But the Queen of Cups is more focused on herself. So as long as she's getting what she needs, she's willing to go along with the plans and the story. Whereas the King of Cups, he has his open cup, as you can see here, but he's not looking at his cup. He's just looking outward into the world. So he's very happy to receive, but he's not determined to receive. Whereas the Queen of Cups is very much, that's really all she wants, is to receive something beautiful in her cup. So, as I said, this could be a couple, or this could be the energy of sort of thinking, what is it I'm going to receive? This person here is looking outwards. The King of Cups is looking outwards. The Queen of Cups is more focused on herself, and she is more in tune with her heart, in the sense of she just wants fulfillment in her heart. Now we've got the Two of Wands. Again, you have the Two of Wands here. You've got the Judgment here in reverse. And on top of that, again, we've got this energy of looking outwards. It's surprising how many cards you have. Now, probably put them down the wrong way. So first I'll talk about this one. But this is the Two of Wands. Again, looking at the potential of the world. Looking to see what it is that can be brought towards you. And as you can see, we've got this card. You'll see them all there. So you have a definite pattern going on here. I'll hold up 3. You can definitely see the pattern now, can't you? So that's telling me quite clearly that you are looking at what the world is bringing you, what it is you want from this world, what it is you're hoping to achieve. And I think very much, you know, the wands here have got, the leaves are blossoming off the wand. So this is, you're looking for potential. Where is my potential? What am I going to do if I change my world? Because you are, this is a definite sense of changing your world. And the very fact that you've got the World card here and the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that you want your world to change. You want to embrace a whole new world. And I think you're the kind of person perhaps that might do something really radical to go to some country that very few tourists would normally go to. You want to look at something that is quite different. And I think you're very open, and I think you're very ready to, you know, I think also you're very adaptable. The very fact that you've got the King and the Queen of Wands both showing a mermaid's tail on the end, I think that shows that you are more adaptable. You can live on land, you can live in the water, and I think you probably have the capacity to live within quite a different environment to what you've been exposed to up until now. Now, on top of this Four of Swords, you've got the Three of Swords, so you're aware of the pain in your heart. There's something to do with pain here. You've got the Ten of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Three of Swords all here at the end. Whether your decision is going to cause pain, probably for other people. I mean, if you're comfortable in the decision, or perhaps you've just had some sort of a hurtful experience, and that is telling you that that hurt needs to be repaired, and I think you're looking outward to try and heal that hurt in a way of moving beyond your current circumstances, so that you have been removed from the area where the pain was inflicted. So you know, this is a card of quite deep pain. So I'm not quite sure what's happened here, but it's telling me that this painful cycle, something to do with this pain, is helping you to push forward into this new cycle. And this may be the catalyst that forces you to make the changes, because sometimes it is the pain. You know, staying in an area that is extremely painful is very difficult for us, and sometimes we choose to relocate or to go on an adventure, to go overseas, to do something completely different, change our jobs, change everything about ourselves. And this card, this reading is very much a strong energy of moving somewhere else, perhaps even in the world, rather than relocating. But it is talking about how open you are to a new world. So Leo, you need to examine yourself closely for this. You need to examine the consequences. I don't think you're going to be too worried about any challenges that people give you. If people challenge your decision, I think you'll just brush them off. I think you'll just say, that's not your concern, that's my concern. Because I definitely get the sense of you're making a decision. You really want to look beyond yourself. You really want to expand. I think you're very, very tired. Here you've been through a painful situation, and you've got this 9 of Wands as well. So that's also telling me you're a bit exhausted. We forgot to look at the bottom of the deck, so I'll do that now. What have we got there? Oh, 3 of Wands. There you go. That sums it up. There you are. You're looking outwards. You're exhausted. You've had enough. It's time for you to move on. There can't be a greater confirmation than getting the 3 of Wands in both times at the bottom of the deck. So that is telling me that you're very, very ready to move on and to broaden your horizons. Let's have a look at an oracle card for you. I can't see any opposition here to this decision on your part. I think I'm assuming that this broken heart will be something to do with you, because you've got the 10 of Swords here as well. But it could be that your decision causes other people some pain, and that's something you may need to weigh up. But you've got the Judgment card here, even if it's in the reverse. It's telling me that this is part of your karma almost. It's part of your cycle of awakening for your soul. So I do feel very much that this is part of a soul journey for you. So Leo, if there is this potential to cause pain to other people, you need to weigh that up. You need to acknowledge it and be aware that it will cause pain, but you have to, in the end, we need to do what's right for our soul. We need to follow the path of our yearning, because that yearning, if you don't follow it, you're not really happy in doing the things that you do as a substitute for that yearning. Okay, and again, here is this symbol of the earth. As you can see, you've got this earth all the way through here. It's kind of this, you know, this cyclical sort of energy here, very much on the table of looking beyond yourself. You want to see the magic of the world. You want to explore the magic of the world. You want to explore the magic that is hidden from us particularly in our Western world. It's very hard to see the magic of the world. Everything is very structured, and we're a little bit blinkered to the mysticism and magic of the world. So, you know, if you need to explore different lands and different places to find that magic and to release it and to become in tune with your inner spirit, then by all means I suggest you do that, because that yearning will make you unsettled if you choose not to follow it. Sometimes we put off that yearning because we have obligations, but what happens is you become restless anyway, and you may take up a new job, for example, but that restlessness will still be underneath and sort of vibrating underneath, and that'll still make you not completely content or engaged with where you put your energy. So if you are looking beyond your circumstances, Leo, I do suggest that you give that good consideration. I think you'll put your fears behind you pretty quickly. Don't be worried about fears and anxieties. I think you will overcome those fears and worries pretty soon. I think you've got the confidence and the boldness, and you have that strength of character. Just being a Leo, I think you'll dig out that strength of character and you'll be able to move forward. So thank you very much for watching, Leo. I do hope you've enjoyed the reading. Bye for now.